in the corner. Back to LeBron. Love kicks to Irving. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Westbrook with the steal. "17-foot shot on the way." And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Ibaka. Morrow, no good. Irving kicks to James. And again, LeBron missing.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. A different look for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter comes in for Adams. And it's Roberson in for Anthony Morrow. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And then Durant with the jam.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control. You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Shumpert. A three-pointer off the mark. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to Indiana. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Here's Roberson. And that one is stuffed right through.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And a foul on Mo Williams. That's his first foul. Augustine dishes to Roberson. And the pass to Collison. Shot clock at 5. Here's Singler. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And it's Smith missing. Oklahoma City trailing. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson. The finish. It's deflected. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. And so here is Oklahoma City. And Singler kicks to Roberson. It'll count. And still. So we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Cavaliers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Thunder 5 right now. DJ Augustine out there with Dion Waiters. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Kyle Singler. And it's Collison at the 4. It's been said time and time again that playing in Oklahoma City is one of the tougher places to play in the league. Last year we saw it as well. This place, Greg, gets so loud when the Thunder are rolling.
And even though the Thunder missed the playoffs, the Chesapeake Energy Arena was as loud as ever. Really helps when you are the show in a city. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Thompson. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And again, Tristan Thompson. Thompson's got his second bucket.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And then for Cleveland, Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Mon Shumpert is coming for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
When you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Thunder trailing by 6. Durant attacking. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
A different look now for Cleveland. Farajao comes in for Mozgov. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que Preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar. Nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quarto falasse. Mas que pena, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá. Por quê? Se eu ouço a voz dela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou por aqui, aprendi a viver um pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, via, se eu gosto da boemia. Essa noite pra mim é dia, mas posso mudar. Mas como isso é questão de tempo, então isso nem tenho muito, nem curto. Fica de canto, eu prefiro suar. Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar. Nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. O resto eu vejo depois, talvez. Pode ser que uma mina firmeza possa trombar no rolê.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston. Well, you look at last year, they just could not find their footing, guys, against this team. They dropped all 3 games during the season. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Lawson in at the point. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to Golden State.
Well, I tell you what, guys, last season the Thunder were fantastic on the glass. I mean, they started out as a great rebounding team and got even better after their trades.
Goes up on the high post. And here's Harden for 3. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
Yeah.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Thunder off to a quick start here. It's a 3-point game. Lawson outside. On the wing, Harden. Westbrook with the steal. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. That's good. Westbrook's got 6.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Lawson drives in. Here's Ariza. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turns out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Monty Eunice with the steal. Westbrook against Lawson. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop.
The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly. You're right. And caught the defense totally off guard.
And guys, how about his coach? Looked like his heart was in his throat there for a second. Now, though, he's able to smile. More of a smile of relief.
And Lawson with the drive. No good off the back of the rim.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th. And was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Cantor checked in for Oklahoma City. Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
And Westbrook, here we go. Oklahoma City gets it back. Durant for 3. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Durant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Ibaka, no luck. Rockets trailed by 9. Harden. And Houston again with the bucket.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
It's Westbrook with the drive. For 3, Durant. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. And DJ Augustin subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Now, here is Harden. 5 points in the game. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now here's Durant. He's got 6. Down low. Here's Cantor. No good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Singler is checked in for Durant. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Augustine, hacks good.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
It's Harden with the drive. Waiters grabs the miss. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Collison's got the ball. Monty Eunice. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Thunder lead by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Oklahoma City.
and it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
They've got Steven Adams. Nick Collison out there with Kyle Singler. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Roberson in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now, here is Harden. He's got 9. And it's off from three-point range.
A slight advantage for the... Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Shot clock at 5. Ariza no one. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Now here's Harden. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Only 71% from the line last season, and rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Collison. Durant comes in for Kyle Singler. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Augustine.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. Nice piece of work there. Give yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
And Durant gets double teamed. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Now, here is Harden. 12 points for him. Moniunas kicks to Harden. Another miss by Harden.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Releases from 15. Another miss by Harden.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Cantor comes in for Steven Adams. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Roberson. Back to Durant. Ibaka right side. Here's Cantor. And the shot no good, a bit short. Rockets trail by 13. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Assist from.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam?
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
Here's Ibaka. Got a hand on it. They get it back.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. They've been on fire from the free throw line, and that efficiency has really propelled them forward.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
For your Thunder, Kyle Singler.
Here's Durant. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now into the lineup for your Thunder, Nick Collison.
And here's Harden for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And that Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular player, given how good he is at drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up. And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
Westbrook drives in, and Modiunas picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, let's take a look at how Oklahoma City ranked in the league last year. First in rebounding, first and second chance points, and they were one of the NBA's top 5 up-tempo teams. I mean, their pace of play really brisk. Only a few squads scored more on the fast break than they did.
And you touched on their rebounding, just prolific in that area. Tremendous energy and physicality when attacking the glass.
And if carrying the team during the regular season wore Harden down, Greg, you were talking about, it didn't show that much in the playoffs. Harden was phenomenal most, if not Clark, all of the postseason.
I would agree with you, but there also were some other guys for Houston that did step up in the postseason. Howard looked as good as he did before all of his injuries, as a case in point.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. The Rockets were terrific on the road last season, Clark. Tied for second with the Clippers for the most road wins in the league.
26-15, although if you want to get picky about it, they had one of those wins in Mexico City, so maybe 25.5 road wins for them.
Rockets trailed by 11. Harden kicks to Montezumas. And that one is hammered home.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. And I do remember that Mexico City game last year for the Rockets. A huge turnout for them. It felt like they were the crowd favorites. Still, you can't take anything away from their road performances last season.
And, you know, you think about the Rockets, as you mentioned. I mean, one reason they were so good on the road is their offense didn't miss a beat when they left Houston. When you can get to the line as much as they did, you remain consistent on the road.
Dishes it to Ibaka. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Durant. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Well, you know, Hall of Famer and three-time champion Kevin McHale, the Rockets coach, did nothing but find success and win as a player. And, you know, that's been the same song for him as a coach.
And for Coach Kevin McHale, last year was his best. A lot of people thought he could have been easily the coach of the year, leading the Rockets to their third best regular season in franchise history.
And Kevin, with McHale, he's got this team improving every year. His team's win totals have risen as well statistically as I think becoming a better team. Wins aren't always necessarily what determines how good you are.
Ariza goes in. Shot is off. Nice D from Singler.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the third.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost them.
Harden the pass to Lawson. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. The Rockets have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. That's good from Ty Lawson.
2 shots.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season. Signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Banked in off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 13.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Waiters. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida. And you'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder. And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took him as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Here's Harden. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Thunder lead by 10. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. This is the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And Adams with the slam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
The 3 from Harden. Shot's good. Harden's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Westbrook, no good.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over him.
Ibaka outside. Goes back up. Oklahoma City the rebound. Here's the 3. No good.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And finished off by Westbrook. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Knocks it loose. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Robertson dishes to Durant. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Durant's got 22 points.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
So it's the Rockets now. Here's Moniunas. And Robertson pulls it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Looking at the last game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, it was a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
Now, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, I'll buy that for now.
A good old-fashioned chin check right there.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Harden kicks to Howard. Wide open. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oh! Wow!
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
The 3 from Harden.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Moniunas passes to Lawson. That's good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist with and this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Oklahoma City.
Looks that way, Steve. And Clark, what an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA, to push the pace and to apply pressure from an offensive standpoint. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch,
It
too.
sure is. It sure is.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Kevin Durant. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You've got to improvise sometimes.
Harden gets the bucket.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Collison. That's in. Augustine with the assist. And the Thunder lead by 13.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
They're fortunate that one was just a